Alright, so today I'm here in Baker, Florida at the Sky Ranch, and we're going to talk about the Panther LSA. Coming up right now.
My name is Greg Pixley. My airplane here is Panther Light Sport, and this is the second airplane I've built. The reason I picked the Panther was after building my first airplane, the Thatcher CX-4, I wanted something that was aerobatic, had a little more speed, a little more range. The airplane I really would love to have built was probably an 8 Vans, but not having the money, not having to deal with pop rivets or
solid rivets.
Yeah. Panther was in my price range. It had the looks, the speed, and aerobatic capability, so that fit my budget, and it was a much better choice for me.
The SPA Sport Performance Aviation Panther is available in both the LSA and Sport configuration, offering very low build times and high amounts of adrenaline. The LSA model has a wingspan of 23.5 feet, a wing area of 93 square feet, empty weight 650 to 750 pounds, gross weight comes in at 1,115 pounds. Fuel capacity is 27 gallons in the wings. Engine options are 80 to 120 horsepower, Corvair, Continental, Jabiru, UL, and even Franklin. Top speed is 140 to 180 miles per hour with a VNE of 200 miles per hour. Aerobatic capability is +6, -4.4 Gs. The full kit package comes in at $19,995, and other components are available like the fuselage kit, finishing kit, and forward fuselage separately. So all in, do you think you're about a half the cost of an RV-8?
Easily half.
Easily?
Half the cost. Okay. Certainly, I've got, for what they sell for now, I've got half.
And this comes as a kit and components like most kits do. Where did you start?
First thing I bought was the tail group. Just to get started, it was, I don't know, $1,400 at the time, and then they came out with a deal to buy the full kit, or the price was going up, so I bought the bullet and just bought the rest of the kit at that time.
And how did you flow through it? You finished the tail. Did you work to the wings or the fuselage next?
I think the next thing I did was the fuselage. I did it, the majority of the project I did in my garage. So the fuselage was a better second fit. Once I got that done, the garage was starting to get crowded, but I was able to build wing mounts and continue and get the spars built, and then do the wings. And at that point I kind of needed to move to a hangar to finish that. And about the same time in the build process, a hangar came available. I bought that, moved my other airplane over, and then moved the Panther project up to the hangar and continued building from there.
This is all pre-drilled and match hold, correct? Or at least starter holes?
It's pre-drilled to 40, and then you up drill, and if you want to do the dimpled, you can dimple to your heart's content and do flush rivets. You make that determination at the beginning, so they send you, flush rivets for whatever part of the kit you want to do flush rivets. Okay. And did you have to build the spar? Was that a factory assembled already, or is that a factory option? Or I believe now that you have the option for having them assemble the spar. I did mine by myself, but yeah, you have that option.
Hey everyone, let me take just a moment here to thank our sponsors that make all of this possible. Great companies like Airworx, Airtech Coatings, Clemens Insurance Agency, Whelen Aerospace Technologies. So take a moment after this video to say hello to all of them, and remember to check out the affiliate links in the description below. And remember, just build it. Let's get back to it. So there's a couple different engine options I think the SPA has for this model.
At the time when I was going to the air shows looking at Panther, they seemed to be teamed with Franklin as one of their engine choices, although nobody had built Franklin. My first airplane had a Volkswagen in it, so I was toying between Corvair and an aircraft engine. I had spoken with the folks that were selling the Franklin. They're kind of with Panther, and they offered me a great deal on one of their demo motors because they wanted to get it in a Panther to help sell their motor. And at the price they offered, I'm like, this is a really good deal. It's cheaper, or as cheap as what it would cost me to build a Corvair motor. Certainly much cheaper than I could ever do a certified aircraft motor. So I decided that, hey, this would be fun, being a beta builder for Franklin, make the project a little more interesting, and I pulled the trigger on that. Looking back, I would probably recommend that being an engine beta builder has a lot of challenges that, unless you really know what you're doing, stick with something that somebody else has done and can.
You prefer more of an off-the-shelf option than the.
Let somebody else learn.
Got it.
Yeah. And
you say Franklin. Obviously, Franklin as an entity isn't in production now. So, what was the company that you got this from?
Southern Aero was the Kelly Aerospace was the person that had some deal arranged with Southern Aero to build motors. It was Kelly Aerospace that I purchased the motor from. And Southern Aero has been supportive all along. Whenever I needed parts, I just call them up and say, this is the problem I'm having with the motor, this is what I need, and there's so many replacement parts. And I would estimate, but I'm kind of a perfectionist and I sit and think way too much, but I would say I probably have 2,000 hours working on this airplane easily. But I know there's people that have bought this airplane and put it together in a year. There were 2 guys working on it and claim they've done it in 1,000, but I think I'm a slow worker. I don't know. It's taken me a considerable amount of time, but not because anything's hard. The airplane kit was simple. It's just when you spend a lot of time thinking about what am I going to do, and then you do it, and then you go, I don't really want that. I'm going to change it to something else. And,
right. And it's a hot rod. It's a hot rod project, right?
Rework. I seem to rework way too much stuff. Yeah.
Tell us what you decided to go with for your instrument panel and instruments on your build here.
Panther offers, or they're teamed with GRT, so I went with the GRT, and they had a deal at Sun and Fun, so I got a discount there, and also the engine EIS system. And I've got that mounted kind of underneath the panel. You can barely see that above the transponder.
So you decided to go kind of all glass, but with the backup of an airspeed indicator, I see.
I put an airspeed indicator that's going to be for initial tests. At one point I thought that at some point I will take that airspeed indicator out and put a mini EIS in, but we'll have to see how much I like the glass panel before I go with the second one. I've also got a hole there where the radio is going to go. That's the Garmin, same radio I have in my other airplane, so I can just swap between airplanes and not have to buy a second Garmin radio.
The GRT, did that come also with a wiring kit, pre-wire setup, or did you do all your own wiring with that?
It's got a stock wiring harness longer than what you need, and the instructions are really pretty good on how to wire it up, and sensors in the wings, and remote sensor in the wing for attitude.
So Greg, obviously you're down to the 90% to go mark, working with the engine and those type of things. You think you might be flying in 2021?
That's my goal. You bet. I say I've got another mag coming hopefully this month, and then my engine issues should be solved. Then I'll just be getting through the DAR process and onto test flying.
Awesome. Well, thanks for giving us the tour and walk around of your Panther aircraft today. Thanks for watching another episode of the Experimental Aircraft channel. Remember to like and subscribe. Check out the links in the description below. I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.